Hello, and welcome back. Welcome back to Modded Ink. It's episode 38, and well, yes, we're gonna do Mechanism again. I should call it Mechanism Ink at this point. I mean, it's 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 fun. I don't know what to say. I mean, I love these machines and contraptions and all of the stuff that I'm doing, and plus, there's so much more that I still have to do. So it's like, yep, it's just gonna be Mechanism time again. But today is something very specific in terms of mechanism. So if you see inside this backpack that I have, well, we have a lot of ores. I did go a bit mining because after the last episode, we kind of, ended up running out of osmium and then I had to go midway while I was doing something else, and that's not fun. We don't want that. What we do want is to have enough ores all of the time. So I went mining and we got a lot of ores, sure. Now I was looking at what is the best way that I can harvest all of these ores and make them into ingots. So if you see, when I show you this, there is a very lovely series of steps that need to be specifically done. It begins with a chemical injection chamber, inside of which when I put in salt, and this I assume makes it into hydrogen fluoride, and then or I have to put in extra hydrogen fluoride, I'm not sure, we'll see about that. But once we put in salt, we get 8 osmium shards out of that. What are these osmium? And again, you see the ratio, right? So 3 of these give us 8 of these. So it's into 2 plus 2. That's how I like to call it, into 2 plus 2. And then these shards themselves inside another chemical injection, or no, sorry, inside a purification chamber can become osmium clumps. And this goes with all of the other things as well. So this would become a tin clump or a lead clump, etc., all that. The clump inside a crusher becomes a dirty osmium dust. And then inside of an enrichment chamber, it becomes osmium dust. And then inside of an energized smelter or a redstone furnace or normal furnace and everything, basically we get 1 ingot from 1 dust. So if you have paid attention, we have just made 3 into 8. So that is 3 ores are giving us 8 ingots, which is amazing. So already you fortune that stuff, which means every single ore gives you somewhere between 2 point something or 3 as the average. I don't know what the exact averages and numbers are, but yes, already you're getting more. And then via this a bit intensive process, we can make them even much more, which is amazing. So let's start with that process, shall we? And as we saw, the first thing that we would require is the chemical injection thingy. This thing, yes, thank you. Which, right off the bat, we need elite control circuits, which are, well, we can have 1. But yeah, this is gonna take a long time, and it's nothing new like in this process. Like, you have seen this process before a lot of times. So I feel that I might just fast forward this stuff, if you will. Oh, and then you need a purification chamber itself inside of this. Okay. Which requires an enrichment chamber of its own. Oh my word. Okay, it's gonna be a bit intensive, this process. Let's see, we got the enrichment chamber, which then should be made into purification chambers, but we need 2 of those for these, so we make that into a purification thingy. Ooh, is that the first time that I've made? Interesting. Achievement has been unlocked, goal has been reached. And then we make it into we can't, because we don't have reinforced alloys anymore. So yep, we know the process. Let me come back with a bit more of the reinforced alloys. Aha, we have put the process to happen before, and we already have gotten a bit of the thingies inside. So now it's time to make ourselves a chemical injection chamber. There we go. So this is the first part of the process. This is where the ores are gonna go. And well, now that we have all this, let us remove these from here. Lovely. So now let's check what was the next thingy. Right, so first we had the chemical injection thingy done, and then that goes into a purification chamber. Perfect. So the purification chamber we had already made once. Let us make once more, I guess. And that's 2 of these. Oh, we'll need another enrichment thingy for it though. That is fine. There we go. And voila. So the output of this should go into the input of this, which is perfect. And then the next step to it is, let us see. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Right. And then this becomes in the purification chamber, and then it's just a crusher and then the enrichment. Okay. Well, I mean, we already have this set up here for it, so we don't want to waste it. So let's make a new crusher, shall we? With 2 lava buckets. That is fine. Let me go get a bit of lava. And crusher. Where do we have? There we go. That is 1. Perfect. And after the crusher, I think it was the enrichment chamber thingy. So let us make the enrichment chamber, for which of course we need another steel casing. That is fine. And we can make the enrichment chamber. Perfection. But it isn't over yet, sadly. So once we power this up, we can put in the ores, yes. So let us start with the osmium thing itself. So once I put in the osmium, it's not enough because we need salt. And I have seen salt around here. There you go. This is salt basically. So that should be easy to get, but I just need to make sure that salt itself is okay, as in like in this where is it? Yes, there you go. No, we need the normal salt, which we can get from the enrichment thingy. Okay, that's cool then. So let us get all of this salt here. Not gonna lie, this is a lot of salt. This should run me for a very decent amount of time. 37, good enough. Next we go to the enrichment chamber, which we there we go. We do have one. And I'll keep the sleeping bag in the off chance we need to sleep soon. Let's see. We should have a bit of salt ready. There we go. We put in the salt, which didn't really do anything. How much salt does it require? 200 MBs? Okay. So how do we make hydrogen chloride then? Hydrogen chloride as a... There you go. You need hydrogen in a chemical infuser and chlorine on the other side. Okay. Or you can make something into an item to gas. I don't know how would you do that, but okay. How do you get chlorine? From brine. How do we get brine? Using something called a thermal evaporation thingy. Okay. Not sure what all of that is about, but alright. Oh, there we go. So I did place in the 4 and that barely did anything. Wow, that's taking a lot of salt, not gonna lie. This is incredibly expensive, this recipe, not gonna lie. Ooh, that's not gonna be fun or easy. Salt is gonna be an issue, is what it's looking like. Maybe there will be other ways of getting salt, but for now at least, it definitely looks like salt. 200 of it. A bit too much. Look at that. Barely. Oof. And here I was happy that, oh, we found a lot of salt. Shouldn't have to worry whatsoever. Yeah, clearly that ain't happening. Salt. Till then, let's see if we can at least get one of these done. Voila! Osmium shard goes in. And what are the recipes again? I forget. What do we need? Flint or oxygen? Okay, we have both of those things. We don't have a lot of oxygen. We have a little bit. So let's put in however tiny amounts we have, I suppose. Not enough energy to operate. Understood. And well, I guess the cheapest and best way to do that is this. It's using up a decent amount of oxygen as well, but I think flint shouldn't be an issue to get, honestly. Perfect, so we got the osmium clump as well, which then just goes into a crusher. The crusher being here, perfect. We can crush this item. Brilliant. Okay, so the alloys are done. Lovely. Lots of mechanism happening around here. Dirty osmium is done, and then that goes into an enrichment chamber, which is kind of getting used up currently. But oh wait, I think I know we have an extra. Voila! And then when we make this, we will end up getting osmium dust. Very, very soon. Let's go. Lovely. And then that osmium dust can be put in here, and then we can make it into stuff, you know. That is 4 of these done. Nice. And then they go into the crusher. Perfect. There's a bit more salt here. Did absolutely nothing. Wow. Oh, because it requires 3. I think it makes 3 into, so it only takes okay, gotcha. So I'd have to put in the osmium, like way too much of it basically, because it only works in 3s. I guess that makes sense. Cool, we got the extra osmium clumps as well, which we can put them in, and then we can put the enrichment chamber, right? Yes. Okay, the salt is ready. Wow, there's a lot of things happening at once, like I said just now, but yeah. Bit overwhelming it can get, not gonna lie. But till then, we have 8 of these osmium dusts ready. Let's put them in and get 8 ingots out of 3. Success has been... I mean, it's almost here in our grasp. we haven't converted them yet, but yeah, it's almost there. I can smell it. If you see, I can smell it cooking here. And voila, if you look inside here, we have the 8 osmium ingots. That's right, we started off with 3 ores. We ended up making 8 ingots. That's right, that was lovely. We did it. And in terms of the salt production, or well, yeah, in terms of salt production, which requires a lot of other stuff, I think it's a bit more complicated process and stuff, so we don't really have time for it this episode, but we'll do that in the next one. So yes, yay, even more mechanism. And I mean, it is gonna go on for a while, that's all I can say. But that's it for this episode. I hope you had fun, and if you did, surely like, share, subscribe, etc., you know, comment, blah blah blah. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.